In this video, we are going to learn how to make it rain gold or golden. And you may have seen this before. It's called golden rain. And the materials we need are lead 2 nitrate, which is the most common, 1.65 grams, and potassium iodide, 1.66 grams. These are the stoichiometric ratios that are needed so that in the end you have very little lead left in your solution when it needs to be disposed of. So this is the equation. Lead nitrate plus 2 potassium iodide equals lead iodide, which is the golden rain, and 2 potassium nitrate, something we're pretty familiar with. We also need a 1,000 milliliter Erlenmeyer flask, and we need some water. In our methods, we want to dissolve each of these salts into 2 400 milliliter solutions in different beakers. Once we've done that and they're dissolved, we then want to pour both of them at the same time into our Erlenmeyer flask. And when that happens, we'll have 800 milliliters of a solution, and the entire thing turns yellow because PbI2 or lead iodide is formed. And it looks somewhat like yellow paint, for lack of a better description here. The lead iodide that's formed in this way is not formed with the best crystal structure. It's a disorganized crystal structure, and we want it to have the best, of course. So if you heat the solution to 80 degrees Celsius or 170 degrees Fahrenheit, the entire Erlenmeyer flask full of lead iodide will dissolve and it turns clear. And as you let it cool slowly, you'll notice these tiny hexagonal crystals forming that are very golden, kind of almost gold colored, come out of solution and rain down onto the bottom of the flask. And that's our golden rain and why it's named this. A couple interesting things. Lead iodide is used in making solar cells, so there's a lot of this stuff around in solar cells. And the boiling point for lead iodide is 1,602 degrees Fahrenheit or 872 degrees Celsius. Okay, a lot of talking there. Let's go ahead and do it. Here's my 400 milliliters of water, which I'm going to start swirling here, and add our lead nitrate. 1.65 grams, pre-measured. The reason we're using such small quantities is if you want the effect in the end of having something kind of swirl about in the solution, you can't make too much of it, of course. Otherwise, it will clog everything. So we're using smaller quantities so that we don't have that problem. Okay, we'll let that mix until it's completely dissolved. The lead nitrate is completely dissolved. Here's the next 400 milliliters of water, and I changed up what I was going to do. I was going to pour 2 beakers into 1 flask at the same time, but to save some time, I'm going to put the potassium iodide directly into the flask right now. There goes the potassium iodide. 1.66 grams. The potassium iodide is completely dissolved, so I'm going to turn this down. And I'll be pouring the lead nitrate solution into the potassium iodide solution while it's mixing. Like I said, yellow paint. I've been mixing for a good 5 minutes, which is more than enough. I'm going to turn off the stirring rod there. So we have 800 milliliters of a lead iodide solution here, which is yellow, of course. I've turned the heat up, and I will periodically check back in as this heats up and becomes clear. I turned on the slow mixing as this heats up. It's probably at around 50 degrees Celsius right now. The solution is now at about 60 degrees Celsius. You can see as it heats up, the lead iodide is sort of absorbed to one another. Some of those smaller crystals are aggregating, and the solution is clearing up. Eventually, it will clear completely. The solution is now 83 degrees Celsius. There's just a little bit left. The solution reached a temperature of 87 degrees Celsius before it completely cleared up, but it is clear, and now all we need to do is slowly cool it down. The solution's at 78 degrees Celsius and no crystals yet. The solution's at 75 degrees Celsius. I'm going to turn on the stirring rod because I think I'm starting to see something collect at the bottom, but it's not clear. Absolutely. There are some very, very fine crystals forming already. Excellent. As this cools down even more, you can clearly see the crystals spinning around in there. They're very tiny, and they're the hexagonal lead iodide crystals I was talking about earlier. And the reason they take this shape now is because the solution is cooling slowly, which allows the crystal to fully form as the solution cools versus earlier when it was just produced all at once. I've changed the camera angle a bit here and got a little closer so you can see this, because this is called making golden rain. It's really quite beautiful, actually. As these crystals come out of solution, the lead iodide looks like tiny gold flecks. With UV light. It's really quite beautiful to look at. It's so well named. One last time. Look at all that lead iodide in there. I will be filtering it out and saving it, of course. It does look different when it's dry. Before I filter the potassium iodide, I am going to decant as much of this potassium nitrate solution as I can. Those crystals want to start swirling again, but so far so good. And now I'm going to filter the potassium iodide here. Poured some more of that potassium nitrate solution in here. I'm just going to keep doing this until I can get all the potassium iodide out. Okay, I'm done swishing around. We'll let that drip through, and the potassium iodide is easily cleaned with cold distilled water. Just cleaning the potassium iodide with cold distilled water here. The wet potassium iodide waiting to dry. So the lead iodide is completely dried. I don't have gloves on, so I'm not going to mess with it too much, but you can see it's very thin and flaky there. I flipped it over, came off as kind of a big chunk here, and it looks like gold, like AU gold. It's pretty cool stuff, actually. Very dangerous, but very cool. I've decided to go one step further here. I took some of the crystals from the lead iodide, put them on this slide here with a drop of mineral oil, which they do not dissolve in, of course. I'll put a cover slip over this and we'll put it under a microscope to see if we can see those hexagonal crystals. Seated the slide under the lens there, so we'll see what we see. The lead iodide dried and packaged.